Good evening everybody, welcome to Sunday Night Live. My name's Kelley Farley, I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator in Karaka, Auckland, and my alarm is just going off. Every Sunday we come to make a card together. So tonight I have a card, I haven't got one pre-made, but we're just going to make it as we go. It's going to be like a three-fold Concertina card, and we're going to use the ovals to create the piece at the top. We've got some DSP, some cardstock, and some ink, and some dies. Alright, so let's get started. Let me turn you down. I hope everyone's doing well. Let me get this up on the screen so I can see who's joining us. This was a card from a couple of months ago for a fancy fold class that I did, and there were some people that did it online as well. So, but it's not for one of the classes that are on my YouTube channel, so I thought I would do this in a different way. I'm using some Melon Mambo, Bubblebath, and some DSP from the Winterly Trees, Nest of Winterly Tree Tops, something like that. Anyway, I'll tell you when we get to it. Alright, so I'm just going to pop you down. And let's get started. Right, so we're going to take a whole sheet of cardstock, and we're going to come down to 9 centimeters. I'm going to come all the way across, and I'm going to cut that off, and then we're going to get our 9 centimeter piece, and we're going to score that at 9.9 centimeters. So just before 10, that is, because our so 9.9, and then we have to do some maths. 9.9 calculator, 9.9 plus 9.9, 19.8. So if we move our trimmer in, 19.8, and that should give us 3 equal sections. Actually, I think I need to change that. Plus 9.9, 29.7. Excuse me. Oh, I'm going to sneeze. And then it went away. So 9.9 will give you 3, although I feel like I've not scored that properly. And we're going to concertina that like that. No, it works. My eyes are playing tricks on me. So I'm just going to score and burnish, so you're going to end up with this zigzag. So whichever way, I think it goes this way. I like it this way. It's up to you. It's going against what I was trying to do, but anyway. So that's our starting base. So 9 centimeters. You can make this piece as big or as small as you want. You can make it smaller if you want, and then score at 9.9, 19.8. Alright, so that's our base. Then what we're going to do is using, we're going to use these, yes we are. So I'm going to use the Everyday Arches in here. Now I want to use possibly that one. Possibly that one. Nope. I want to use the next one up. So if you've got these, you can again do as big or as small as you want. And I'm going to go with the third one in, and then I'm going to layer with the fourth from the biggest. So I'm going to start with some DSP here. And I'm going to go just so it can fit in. I've got my mini. I think an 8 should fit. Let's go 9. If you're using a bigger machine to cut them out with, then you don't need to cut it up. I'm just going to cut it because I want it to fit in the mini machine. Like so. bring the machine in. Hi, Alison. I can, Alison, but I actually haven't got one that I'm making. So what we're doing is a Concertina card is what I've called it. And so the first piece here is, hi Helen, is I've made this 9 centimeters. You can make it as tall as you want, and then you've scored it 9.9 and 19.8, and that will give you 3 equal pieces across your one piece of A4. Alright, and then we're just using some of the arches to create the top. And you need, actually you need 4 of these. I've said 3, but we're going to need 4. So I will, I think I'll do the back one in the bubble bath. Or maybe I'll do 2 of each. No, I'll do 3, no this. And now I'm thinking the paper that I picked I don't think will go with it, but that's okay. We can change it. Very well. Use my snips to trim that off to save putting it back through, because I've obviously got a blind bit. So these panels here that I've cut, I've gone for, I don't know if you can see my arches, the third one from the largest is what I'm cutting now, and then I think these are actually on Last Chance. They're actually really cute, and they make nice, that's probably why it didn't go in there, and they make nice labels for sentiments as well, the smaller ones, but you can also make really good layers for different things using them. I'm sad that I delayed getting them till I have had them, because there's less chance of, there's less opportunity for me to use them now, because they're going to be going soon, but I think I might keep them because I quite like them. I'm just going to cut a piece of bubble bath. I'm trying to do in my very squishy desk. This one now. I've moved my, I think I moved it when I was doing the videos for the sunflower class, and now I can't see much of the TV, much of the computer screen to see your comments. So if I miss them, I'm sorry. But hello to everyone who's here. Helen, Alison, and Andrea. I can see her watching. Thank you for popping in. Alright, so that one is there. And what I thought is, maybe that one. I was going to go with this, because I'm going to use the toadstool. So let's cut one and see how that goes. I was going to use the toadstool set because I thought that was quite cute. So we go right. See how we go with the smaller one. Maybe they needed to be white. Actually, I'm going to go this way. just because it's easier to cut. I don't know if you ladies have ever found this, but sometimes when you have a straight edge on your die, it actually feels like really hard to get through your machine. So if you have it on a slight angle, or you have a curve where it's not trying to press down so much, so this end's really hard to go through, but this end's not so hard to go through. What do we think? That's not bad. I need to get them all going the same way, don't I? Is that going to fit on there? No. I think that's smaller as well. Oh, that's uneven. Okay, so let's go 3 of those. I almost need like a little side table next to me while I'm doing this so that I can cut the pieces. Well, I've got the machine out, so I've got 3. I'm going to be cutting 3. And they are out of the same strip of Designer Series paper, which I did say I was going to tell you what it was, but I haven't done it yet, sorry. Sorry about the wobbling as well. And the last one, get out. I find it easier. You can use your machine both ways, by the way. I just find it slightly easier to line it up on this side than reaching over it on that side. So I've just got all my last bits that I needed for the sunflower class. So they've been packed up, and the couple of people that I've got doing it online, I've got all the videos done for you, and so they'll be sent out shortly. I need to just, one lady is getting, so if anyone's interested in a paper share in the mini catalogue that's coming out very soon actually, the beginning of September, I think it was $25. Let me just find it, because I'm not actually allowed to show you the pictures of it yet, because I'm not actually allowed to show you the inside of the class, but there, I mean inside of the catalogue. So we've got Lights of Aurora, which is like a really nice Aurora images around it, and then some muted design, kind of like coloured concrete, coloured watercolour on the back. And then there's a really nice one, Autumn Toil, which is got Cajun Craze, Early Espresso, Grey Granite, Mossy Meadow, Pale, Pecan Pie, Very Vanilla, and then Peaceful Garden. I've showed you Peaceful Garden before. Let me pull it out. That's one that's got a whole lot of blues in it. Which is this one here. So really nice, like floral, leafy ones, and then a bit more kind of leafy, Christmassy, leafy looking, but florals, and then doves and stuff as well. So that's in the pack. And then there's a traditional Christmas one with Cherry Cobbler, Gold, Old Olive, Pool Party, Real Red, and Secret Sea. And then there's a cute North Pole Delivery one, which has got like some cute little animal images in it. And you will get 38 pieces. I hope that's right. Let me double check. I'm just making sure that I actually corrected that on there. 30 pieces of DSP for $25 plus shipping if you need it shipped. I'm happy to combine with other people, or if you're doing one of my online classes, I'm happy to combine the shipping with that as well. So that is still available, and I'm keen to get that in and shipped out to everybody as quickly as possible. Also, if you are interested in updating your glue holder, we have these new ones here which are a lot more sturdy. They sit on the bench a little bit better to hold your glue stick. This size is $12, and the old size still available at $10. So let me know if you want to. You can choose your colours. I can send you a list of colours. So we're going to pop that on there like so. So let's glue those on. That blue pack is beautiful, Alison. I really like it as well. And I think it was called Creativity Now, which was a demonstrator only event that we did, so we could purchase the pack, and it was, yeah, I got the paper and I was like, oh, I really like that. It also, which I haven't included in the what do you call it, share it, in that suite is a pack of blue glimmer paper, which is super pretty. Cloud cover, Secret Sea, and a really bright, is it Blueberry Bushel, I think, are the kind of colours that they tag it to. Okay, so we've got 3 of our panels there, and then one of those. So we're going to pop these on. This part's really easy. It's the decorating. So maybe we want something on the bottom there. Maybe we'll put some, that's what we'll do. We'll put this here. So if we go 9.9, we'll go 9.4. Let's see how that fits on there. Too small, I think. So if we go this way, I did 9, so let's do 8.5. And another one at 8, not quite, because I don't think that's going to fit. 8.5 by 1.4. So 1. So that's 8.5 by 9.4 and 9.4. So these measurements are all centimetres. 9.4 centimetres for our decorative panels. How much time have we got? Oh, we're running out of time. We'll run it through the embossing machine. And we just leave it. Actually, I think we'll leave it because I don't think we're going to see too much of the embossing. So we're going to put our panels on here like that. Okay, let's check, and then we're going to pop our pieces on here. Like so. What do we think? Do we need to emboss the pink? Do we think we need to emboss the pink? What do you think, ladies? Let me know your thoughts. Because then what we're going to do is use this stamp and punch out some cute little toadstools to put on our, oops, I've got a little bit of a mess going on here. Let me just sort out, look here for space wise. The arches are done with. So my Bubblebath Arch is going to go on the back, and that's going to be the panel that you write on. Alright, so make sure, no, I was going to use them and I'm not going to now. So we've got the punch for the, if you like, going to, let's just leave it like that for now, because I think I might come back to it. I'm now thinking that maybe that designer series paper wasn't the best choice, but that's okay. That is okay. So, some strips in there. I'm going to use the big one, and the big one, and the little one, and the little one, and then the 3 and 3, because it's cute. I think that will do for now. So, big. I'm going to do a very quick so I've got, I was going to do a background, but I don't think I will. I'm going to use the grey, basic grey, for our stems. And I'm going to do a couple of those. Let's do 3 or 4. Let's do 4. And then I want to do a couple of these ones. Here's the punch. I'll just cut them a bit faster. And then so there is a punch for this. I'm going to use it. It cuts it out smaller than the actual stamp, so I'm going to actually fussy cut. And I have got blue as well as the pinks, but I think I might do these little ones. I might do them blue. That's pretty. We don't usually, I suppose, have blue mushrooms, or if we do, they're not something that we're going to have close. So we've got Petunia Pop. So I'll do one in there. So I only need 3 of the smaller ones. And let's go make this a little bit special. We're going to do the rock and roll technique. So we're going to use both. So we're just going to carefully roll that around the edge. I'm not sure if you can see the change of, but when you pop it on here, you'll see you've got, and then we'll clean it. You could actually just do it in the bottom. So let's do that. And actually, let's just do the top. A little bit. Oops. Oh, my chamois is stuck on my stamps. Right. Let's put these out of the way. And I will clean my stamps after. Let's see if I can get these. No. Did those the wrong way for the punch, even that one. So let me I'll show you what I mean by cut out the. So we need to have it up a little bit higher. So normally with our punches we have a white edge around the outside, but we don't with this one. So there's our two. Yeah, and then I put that to that one. Get a bit of the colour. That one. And that one. And a bit of the two-tone again. So I'll just make sure that it's lined up. Those. And then these ones, that's going to dry out. I forgot I did a third. If you're having trouble lining it up and you have got the take your pick tool, the putty end is really good for that. Or stick a post-it note on the side of it, and that will give you just a little bit like of an extension to hold on to. So actually, because I have punched them, I'm going to go super close. Sorry if people are in a hurry, this is going to take a little bit longer than, because when I was getting it ready I had planned for it to be punched, but actually I'm going to fussy cut them. And I was going to stamp onto a little circle thing, and I've changed my mind about that too, which I might still change my mind about once I've finished cutting all the bits. Which is the great thing about card making or crafting, is that you make it happen how you want it to happen. And if it changes from when you are designing in your head, no one is going to know what was in your head. So we went to a performance last night at the local community theatre. They have it's called a big band, and kind of swing music, I think it's called. Lots of people up and dancing, which was great to see. But yeah, beautiful music. One of Piper's friends is an amazing vocalist, and she was singing to last year at school this year, and so her last year doing big band, so we went to watch. She's always a joy. She's got a beautiful voice. But there was 3 vocalists, and they're all different, but they all harmonise so well together. and yeah, two of them quite young for such a talent. Yeah, and then we were out for lunch today with my family. We had my dad's birthday lunch, so that was nice. Went out to Ormiston for those people in Auckland who might know the area. Had a nice big family lunch, and then come home for a nap. And then got woken up at about 10 to 7 going, "Hal, are you doing a class?" "Oh, yes." And in between finding relievers, so hope everyone else has had a really nice weekend. It started out like Thursday was really nice weather here, and then Friday it went downhill. I've just had the "your dinner's almost ready" call. We're having what we call breakfast for dinner: bacon and eggs, hash browns, because we had quite a big lunch. What's everyone else been up to for the weekend? Anything exciting, or anything not exciting but is relaxing? And to me that's exciting, actually being able to just sit down and do what I want, have a coffee, chill out. Did watch a couple of Stampin' Up videos on Saturday morning, which is what I like to do on a Saturday, is just sit with a coffee, chat with Matt, have a few YouTube videos going in the background, just helping to see what other people are up to and maybe get some ideas. Some talented people out there. Okay, 5 people watching. I think that's been the longest, the highest number in a long time. Please do say hello if you're here. Okay, so let's just leave our panels. I'm going to pop them on just like that, and I don't want them thank you. And you know what, Andrea, it's always yummier because someone else is cooking it. I always find that when someone else cooks, I enjoy it much more. Yes, so hash browns, tomatoes, bacon, eggs. What else? Hash browns, bacon, eggs, tomato, I think, and toast. Matt's having sausages, but I don't do sausages. Okay, so we've got those 3 on there. So I like to do the middle one. What we also need to do is work out so that this fits in a standard envelope. That's about the height. I think that's about... I'm just going to check the height of this way. It's a little bit big. So that's right, it's a little bit big. If we pop it, so if you get your... Maybe that one might be a better height. Yeah. So if you get your card base, I'm going to use just below there as my guide and line that up. And then just going to pop this in. Excuse me. Pop this in. And we're going to work out where. You can, if you, oh no, that's no good, Andrea, that you've been sick. There's a lot of sickness going around, actually. Hope you're feeling better by the weekend. Alright, so we're going to centre it from the score lines in the middle, and we're going to pop it here. So I'm thinking actually maybe a little bit there, just to give a bit of wiggle room. Then what we're going to do, whoops, is just with a pencil, I'm just going to pull it up just slightly so I can get rid of the pencil mark. Pop a pencil mark in there. So I've just popped it against the side there, and I know that I need it down further. So I'm going to glue up to my pencil mark, and then I can centre it, and because we're using glue, I'm using my stripes to line up with the edge there and getting it centered there, and then quickly flip it over. Yep, it's inside my, and I can just do a double check, or actually we should have just done this, forgot I had these here. An envelope, is that going to fit? Yes, no problem at all, it's going to fit. So that's our gauge, is our envelope. So if you've got a different size envelope, or you're making a different size card, not a problem at all. Right, so the next one we're going to put on this side. I'm going to put it in face down, exactly where that one is. Alright, then with my glue, I'm going to pop it in there and glue like that. We want it to stay, and then we're just going to bring our panel over and hold for a minute for the glue to get tacky and stick, and then that should be in the right place there. And then we're going to do the same here. It doesn't matter which order you do it in, but just making sure that you line that up. You don't want glue oozing out the edges. And then we're going to lift that one up and bring it over the back. Oh my gosh, when we went out for lunch today, we got some chicken and waffles to share, and apparently they're pre-made waffles, but my gosh, they were really soft and fluffy inside but crunchy on the outside. They were really yummy. I was like, oh, these are good waffles. Apparently they're pre-made ones, so, but still. And then on the back here, which is our panel that we're going to write on, you can put this on any side. So if you have it like that, and you would prefer to have your message hidden, you could put it on the front. Otherwise, I just put it on the back just because it's easier to. So I'm going to glue that whole piece. Hello.
I haven't cooked your eggs yet.
Okay.
So
Probably another 5 minutes.
okay.
Okay.
Just let me know and then I'll cook them in.
Thank you. Okay, so I'm just lining it up with the top of my oval here. There we go. So that's going to be where we write our message. Where's my lid? And then here we're going to pop our toadstools together. So that goes with that one, that goes with that one. Oh, I really quite like the little accent of the blue. That goes here. So, a little bit of glue. A little bit of glue. Again, we don't want it oozing out, but I'm going to start down here. And just pop them on. That's too much glue because it's coming out. These are going to be worse. Okay, so that is that. I'm going to start with one of these on the front. With one of these here. And then I'm going to have, dropped it all over me. I'll put two there, I think. Okie doke, I think I'm going to glue them like that. What do we think? Actually, I'm going to put these on a dimensional. It's still a bit wet. What is happening there? I'm going to use a little one. Okay, so that is the front, and then maybe I should have left the white around that a little bit. Glue, not left-handed, so that's awkward. But I want them kind of how I had them, so like so. I think there needs to be a little bit under that. And that one is dimensional. I didn't cut those very well because I'm just cutting them in half. These little tiny bits of dimensional there. And let's glue these down. Just because it's the back panel. Yeah. Okay, so what I would do now, which I've gone way over time, so I'm not going to hold you up from, is what I do now is a sentiment on the front, and then so that's our card closed, and then when you open it, and then on the back here is where you would write your message. So this little set has a cute saying that says popping by to say hi, popping up to say hi, which could be, or a little, just a little thank you, or you are magical. So I would put a sentiment on there, I think. And yeah, so that's our card. They took a little bit longer than I thought because of the mushrooms being a bit fiddlier, but I really like it. I think it's really super cute. So then when you fold it up, it'll fit inside your card, your envelope, no problem at all. And yeah, I'm sure someone would love your card. Now, very quickly, I've got 3 names on the wheel for last week's card. Let's do a really quick spin on that. Good luck, ladies. Thank you very much for staying with me. Yay, Alison! Whoop, whoop. Alright, so I will organise something for you, Alison. I'll add your name to my list of people, and I will get that to you next time I see you. Oh, which is next Sunday for the Sunflowers class. Oops, I'll turn around. Alright, thank you very much for joining me again. I hope that you might have a go at making this card. Doesn't have to be ovals, can be whatever shape you want it to be, but actually super cute, and I'm sure someone would love receiving a little bit of a different type of card from you. Alright, I'm going to leave it there, and thank you very much for joining me. I'll pop a picture up. I'll also load this video onto my YouTube so that you can see it. As we know, Facebook is deleting these after 30 days, so if you want to see it after that time because you're busy, then it will be on my YouTube channel. Alright, I'd love for people to go and subscribe to that, and then you will get notifications when new videos pop up. Alright, bye for now. Have a great week.